Hi, everybody. This is Gary Deemer, Sentiment Timing, and this is our technical video report for Monday, February 3rd, 2025. So, we had a lot of pen action today. We had the tariff stuff that went off, so that put a sour mood on the market. But what I had put in the morning notes, because I had taken this trade for just volatility to hit today, so I put it on Friday. It was a pretty small position, but we did really well with it. But the thing is, what I put in the morning notes is that I'm going to close it right near the open, because we're like, even though the tariff news was there, I said, what you're risking is that they get fixed. So, and that's pretty much what happened with Mexico. I'm not sure if Canada has done it yet, but they prolonged it, and from there we put the low in and just rallied up. We still closed down 45 points, but if you look at where the lows were, they were down all the way at 59.27, so almost 70 points off the lows. Now, if these aren't let's say we have to come back down and do some more backing and filling, really the next support area is going to be right at this 5,900. And then if they lose this right here, that this is the 59.47, so about 50 points lower than that, then this is the next support at the 59.02. And if they lose that, then we're coming down to close the gap at the 58.74. The bulls are going to have to get it above this 60-30 level. If they do, there's a chance they're coming all the way back up and going to do the 60.97 again. And, that's really the way this is right now. It's a very news-driven market. Again, anybody that's in the trading room, there's not much you could really do as far as trying to put on riskless trades with condors, because the market's just moving too fast, and what happens is you'll get risk of getting stopped out of both sides, and then you take a significant loss. So I just don't take those trades, like I said. And the ones that I'm taking for the fund is there's risk involved, and I just don't really want to turn the room into a trade room where, we're monitoring everything every, 10 seconds and stuff. It's not really what that was created for. It's to be able to share, just condor trades that are going to work out, and that's about it. So these are the intermediate term. Here you can see, we have RSI and momentum. They still have plenty of room to go on the downside. On the hourly chart, again, we made it through these lows. We got a little bit of panic, and then the bulls bid it back up. So, this is going to be an important candle here, because what's going to happen is, what this is telling us is that there's a pretty big buyer here. So if he gets wiped out, then we're probably coming down, and we're going to be testing these the 58.52 level. But if they could hold it and get through where today's gap was, and that's 60.30, then, again, we could pop up somewhere up into the 60.70. So I'm kind of open-minded. The structure-wise, if we're making, if we're making another, say, wave B up with a wave C down, this is where I would be interested in the buying end of it. I want to see what plays out when we get into this resistance. So if we get in there and sellers step in, then you start looking on the short side, just place your stops at the previous highs. If we start moving to the downside and we take out these lows, then we start looking at these levels as the next area to possibly buy. So we had a little bit of a bearish divergence set up from Friday. We don't really have any bullish divergences on this move here, so it would make sense if we came back down, test it, and possibly tested this support. But usually when you see a day like today, the bulls like to follow through. So I'm not going to take any guesses on it. I'm pretty much I'm just about in like a cash position. I took a couple market neutral trades on Nvidia and stuff like that, but I gave it a couple weeks on that because it's a very volatile stock, and it's I just think from what the way I picked it up, I think it's going to, move outside of those bands and make some money. So, again, on the upside, first resistance, 60.32. If the bulls gap them over, you can see we have right at the 60.41 too. This is the moving average. If they get above that, that's when we start looking into this 60.74. So let's see what plays out tomorrow. Have a fantastic night, and I will talk to you guys. Oh, actually, real quick, I wanted to show you. That trade that I was telling you about. I left some on the table. I just didn't take the call side off, so I gave a little bit back on that end of it. But you can see the put side that I had, it did really, really well. I closed it right at the, like I said, pretty much at the open, and that was it, and really just watched things. So another good day overall, and with that, have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys in the morning.